JB's or B, I'm here in my parents' basement. If you're interested in that, I'll turn over for a second. If you're on the video, that's my DVD collection.
Wow.
All these boxes. See all the boxes.
There are videos on YouTube with like tens of millions of views where people go through their DVD collections. They just sit
Should
there in
I
front of the camera like Jaws. I remember when I was 8 years old. This scared me from going in the water.
should I do it while I'm here? We can
I
make
think
a
that'd be
video
fun.
together. I'll present to you my DVD collection.
I got a whole bunch of Blu-rays, like 600 Blu-rays. I could do the same thing.
Let's do it. I'm fucking down.
I have a little pouch thing of all my movie tickets. I could just run
That's
through
fun
and read you like
too.
Escape Room. That was
Well, let's
2018.
let's do that back when I'm in Las Vegas. But let's do the weird DVD idea here.
I think that
I
could be
literally
fun.
don't do anything with these DVDs. Listen,
All right, when do you want to
thank
do it?
last time I brought my girlfriend to New York, I literally tried to like present to her my DVDs. Like I opened the boxes, I was like, "Look at these DVDs." She did not give a shit.
I give a
So
shit.
so I
The listeners might give a shit.
Logan, look, I'm like horny for you right now that you care so much
When do you
about
want to do it?
this. Um,
We haven't
any
decided
day,
anything scheduled. You can just pick a day.
any day but Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe
Tuesday.
Sun.
Oh
Well,
wait, we
I'm
record on Tuesday.
leaving Tuesday. No, we're
Oh, we're
recording
not.
Wednesday this
Okay.
week. Well,
Sunday
Sunday. Let's do it Sunday
on
morning,
the Lord's Day. All right.
really early, like this.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. All right. L
That'd be fun.
Dog. I can't wait.
You got to get them all ordered so you don't have to like run around.
Yeah, I
I
am
could
gonna have to
edit
do
it. I
that.
could edit it.
Yeah,
You think it should only be a video instead of a podcast as well? I don't want to edit
we could
two
do it as a
separate things.
podcast.
We'll see what happens. We'll see
We'll
how
see
much
what happens. We'll
editing
see
editing
how it
goes in.
goes. We'll
We'll
see
just
how it
record
goes.
and see what we
Wow,
get out of it.
we're straight up doing a. This is the Buffy episode, but we're so inventive. We came up with a whole nother podcast while we're doing this podcast. You
Well, I feel like
guys,
we've come up with 10 podcasts doing this podcast, but that's one we'll actually do.
that's one we'll actually do because it's only one episode.
And we have to do it because you're there. It's on like a time
Yeah,
limit,
that's right.
a shot clock.
A shot clock. Oh boy, I watched the finals of that hockey tournament last night. It was amazing.
No, I didn't watch it. Did we win?
No, Canada won, and I was rooting for Canada, so that was good.
That's what I
Because
meant by
fuck
we.
the United States. Yeah, good. But yeah, it was. I mean, just isn't it amazing when you watch like your sport, like the sport you love the most, played at the highest level?
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
It really is exciting. Were there any
Yeah,
fights? Any more fights, I should say?
couple, but
Okay.
not nothing like the big brawl at the beginning of
Yeah.
that other game.
3 and 9 seconds, I heard.
Yeah. All right. Buffy. Hey, we're doing 2 episodes of straight up Buffy this week. Next week, 2 episodes of Angel. All right. It's Get It Done and Storyteller. Those are the
That's
names of
right.
these episodes. Let's start with Get It Done, which aired February 18th, 2003.
I can't wait
On
to talk about Buffy, Slayer of the Vampires. My favorite TV
the
show. The
vampires.
Vampires, right?
Yeah. Now, to me,
Remind me how
that's
you say robot. He says vampire,
right.
how you say robot.
That's a classic to me, the Andrew episode. But we'll get to it. We got to get through this boring episode
Come on,
first.
come on.
I don't know, it has some good stuff in it. Let's the stuff about the origin of the Slayer is interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. 200 people died in a subway fire in South Korea on the day this aired.
Holy
So
shit.
RIP to those 200 people. Also, there was a Great White concert. That's a metal band from the 80s. And there was a pyrotechnics accident that killed 100 people. So lots of
Jeez.
people died in fires in very dumb ways when this came out. Um, I'll tell you, guess who was. I looked up who was born and who died. I guess I forgot to do this last week because, like, the day of the last episode, Kurt Hennig died, and I don't think I mentioned that.
Tell me again who that is.
Mr. Perfect.
Oh, Mr. Perfect. You're gonna name off all those hundreds of people that died?
No, no, he didn't die in one of those accidents. He just died because of probably CTE and steroids and shit,
Oh,
and
that's even
drugs.
more sad.
Yeah, yeah. But guess who was born 2 days after?
I feel like we've covered all the young people that I know.
No, you haven't. 2 days after this episode aired, so in the middle of these two episodes, a woman was given birth to. A woman was presented with birth by her mother, and that woman's name is the great Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, I listen to her all the time now.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
Yeah,
Uh,
Deja Vu, Traitor. That whole Sour
Vampire?
record is amazing. Yeah, yeah. I didn't want to say it though because you made fun of me last time for being so impressed with that song because I was
No, I
late
love
on it.
that song. It is. I just feel like you heard it like months after it became like a really
Yeah,
big deal.
yeah.
But
Probably a
that is a great
year.
song. Maybe a
Yeah,
year.
it is amazing. The whole album, Sour. That's a great pop record. I mean, it's not even a
And her
pop
first one.
record. It's
Her
like a
first one's good
bummer
too.
one. I don't know that one as well. I have to listen to it more.
Driver's
Uh
License, I think. That was like her first popular one.
oh, that's good too.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
she's great.
Wow. Okay. Um, we've got here a big album release this week. Couldn't
Hmm.
believe this. If you're into indie electronica,
Okay.
um, the first and only album by the Postal Service.
Why only the one?
Well, Ben Gibbard of the Postal Service, he was mainly a Death Cab for Cutie guy. He was the head of that band, but he started this side project with Jimmy Tamborello, who had his own little crew called Dental.
Hmm.
And they put out one record together, only 10 songs, but what a classic. For the 20th anniversary recently, they did you know, a, a reunion tour
Okay. Did
and
you
they
show
and
up?
they no, I couldn't go, but I really wanted to. This was a huge year for Ben Gibbard because Death Cab for Cutie also put out Transatlanticism, which is considered by many to be their best album. So they did a weird tour where they performed all of Transatlanticism and all of the Postal Service record.
Wow. How
Yeah,
many other people out there like that have two separate bands
lots,
simultaneously putting out?
lots, but I think very few put out like so much of their best work in one year.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like Steven Spielberg did with
Yeah, in
Jurassic Park and Schindler's List.
1993. All right. Um,
Which was
uh,
in what, five? War of the Worlds in Munich. Basically does
that's
it
a hell of a
again.
year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. Shame about 1997, Lost World and Amistad. He
He
didn't quite
tried.
reach those heights, but he attempted.
You could
Yeah.
tell it's what he's going for.
Yeah. All right. The number one movie in America, Daredevil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wake me up. Right?
Wake me up
I love
inside.
that song.
Do you?
Oh, I really do.
Wow. I can't stand it.
Anytime it
Um,
comes on, I'll listen to it.
really?
Oh, anytime.
I feel like if I hear those opening piano chords, I'm changing the station immediately.
No way. I'll listen to it twice before I change the station.
Twice. All right, so that Daredevil is number one here. That was a big movie, and I saw it in theaters. The day it came out, I remember that because I used to go to the comic book store on Fridays, and I remember I went right after going to see that movie. Like I was finished school, went to the movies, Daredevil, went to the comic book store, bragged about watching Daredevil, then went home, probably read a Daredevil comic.
That you
Um,
got at the store?
yeah,
Oh, that's fun.
yeah. Uh, so anyway,
That happened to me once after I saw Fast and Furious 6. I went home and drove a four-wheeler and almost flipped it. I was so excited.
hell yeah,
Just living off the high of Fast and Furious
I get
6.
it, I get it.
That's my version of reading comics after watching the movie.
That was back when we could all still be happy in a Paul Walker full world.
Oh, it's true, actually. I feel
Yeah,
like I haven't been happy since he left us.
I
That's
do
kind of
think that
true.
was a turning point.
I never thought about it like that.
Doug Petrie wrote and directed this episode, and I want to say he also later wrote for the Daredevil show on Netflix.
That's very cool. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Doug.
yeah, yeah.
Dougie.
Dougie boy. Um, Oh, the number four is the other big releases that week. There was really only one other one, The Jungle Book 2, which I kind of thought was straight to video, but I guess came out in theaters. And it debuted at number four. And also on the indie charts coming out this weekend, All the Real Girls, David Gordon Green's
Wow.
All the Real Girls, one of my favorite films.
You're like, who is
Um,
this guy? I gotta
no,
watch all of his
we'd
future
already seen
Exorcist
George
films.
Washington.
Oh yeah, mother.
Well, if you told me when I was like a big fan of George Washington and All the Real Girls, like, oh, eventually this dude's gonna make Exorcist and Halloween movies, I would have thought you were insane.
That's four movies.
I know.
Are they still going through with that? I feel like I haven't heard anything about that.
I haven't heard anything in a
No
while.
way.
I think it's dead.
That'd be so sad if he's just working away at Exorcist, like the next
No way.
Exorcist.
No, he just put out Nutcrackers.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. I guess I gotta
Yeah.
check that out.
Mm. All right. That's all, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug Petrie, he this is his third and final episode as director. This might
Oh
be his final
no,
episode as writer as well. I should have checked
that's
that.
terrible.
We're saying goodbye to a legend who's been with us since season three, early season three. I believe his first episode was Revelations, which you remember what that one is, right?
Yeah, Gwendolyn Post.
Gwendolyn Post, very good. I
Is that
knew
right?
you'd remember.
Is that right after Faith, Hope, and Trick?
No, it's a few episodes later.
Oh, I think I just have it in my ranking near it, possibly. But goodbye,
Uh,
Douglas, I
Oh, there's
assume.
been an update on IMDb. Some of the shit's different. I
No
do
way.
not like
I
it.
don't like IMDb anymore.
Oh no. He has a writing credit on the penultimate episode of Buffy. So we haven't seen the last of Douglas
Oh,
Petrie.
good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just eulogized him. I didn't mean
You,
to.
you did. You did. Um,
I only use IMDb when I'm looking for like show stuff.
Me too.
I try to use Letterbox.
I use Letterbox for movies pretty much. I use IMDb if I need to know like what specific episodes of a show an actor or a writer or a director did.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
Even
all they
dates,
have.
I'll look up Wikipedia rather than IMDb.
Yeah, fair
Sometimes
enough.
I'll look up IMDb, but
All right. Flooded and As You Were, Petrie directed last season. Those were his first two as director. We're letting him direct again this time out. And this was Feb 1803. Let's hear your notes on Get It Done. Hate the title. I've always hated the title of this episode, by the way.
yeah, later they said something about it that made it all click. But Larry the Cable Guy did not show up as predicted.
Well, we get her done.
Get it done.
Yeah.
uh, but we noticed Chloe. Buffy's like walking, checking in on all the girls, right?
Do you know who Chloe is? Did you recognize her?
We've already talked about her, haven't we?
Oh, we have.
She the one from Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, La Lane.
Yeah, we talked about her. But she
Hey,
ends up dying.
oh my God, Logan, you're gonna love something.
What? Don't spoil
After
me if it's a spoiler.
no, it has nothing to do with Buffy. I'm here in New York, hanging
Mm-hmm.
out with my nieces all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what their fucking favorite show is right now?
I don't.
iCarly.
Wow, the original or the
Yeah,
remake? They redid
the
it.
original. They didn't even know there was a remake. I
Oh,
told them
good.
about it.
Oh, you're
So
ruining their
you were a
brains.
fan of that show, right?
Yeah, I love iCarly.
I've watched so many episodes of iCarly since I've been here. I
Crazy.
know stuff about iCarly. I have
Do you like the brother
opinions.
Spencer? I feel like you
He's my
probably
favorite
would.
character. He's my number one favorite character. Yeah,
He's hilarious.
yeah.
Have they done the bit where his like sculptures catch on fire suddenly? They'll have like no wiring, but they'll suddenly just
Oh,
catch on fire. It's the funniest
not.
bit.
I haven't seen sculptures, but I've seen other stuff catch on fire.
Okay,
And
that's
when
funny.
that happened, my nieces turned to me and said, "Everything he does gets set on fire."
They know the bits.
Yeah,
That's
they know
so
all the
good.
bits.
Can
Yeah,
I ask if they've seen the episode where she has to find all the little chicks?
they've seen them all. I think they're going through them a
Oh,
second time.
that's incredible. They're just like
Yeah,
you
I
already.
know.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
They lose these cute little chicks inside the apartment and they
I
gotta find
watched
them.
I watched a very good one where Carly was dating a bad boy.
Yep.
All right, but then he turns out to be really into Beanie Babies.
Yeah, absolutely. Very
Yeah,
cute episode.
loved that episode.
Yeah. I ask them if they've ever made spaghetti tacos.
I will. I'll let you
Okay.
know what they say. I will be seeing them in they might show up during this episode.
Oh, we
So
gotta hurry. I gotta know the
yeah.
answer to this. We gotta
All
talk. I'll text you after so you remember.
right, please do.
But yeah, Buffy's like checking, like, oh, your guys are asleep, all the potentials, but Chloe's up. She's crying. I don't know why, but later she's dead. So
She kills
R.I.P.
herself.
Yeah, I guess that's why she's crying. She's depressed.
Yeah.
And then Buffy gets attacked, and then the first Slayer, it says it's not enough, but it's all a dream. Buffy wakes up, and then the credits come on, whatever. Weird Spike and Anya stuff this episode. Are they like
Yeah.
going to hang out at the bar together?
I don't know. Yeah, they're just sort of like chilling.
She says like,
But
"I'll drink you under the table, and then we'll like fuck under the table or something."
yeah, I like
that,
that.
that was crazy. She, he says, "Your outside isn't so bad." She's like, "I hate humans. Like even their outsides are ugly," and he's like, "Yours isn't so ugly." So, and then one of the Hoffrans guys shows up. That's not good. That means that Anya is still being attacked by the Hoffrans' little
Yeah,
minions.
yeah, he's still sending people after her.
But we beat him up and run off, whatever. And we're at the school. There are these two guys in there. They like, got in a fight at lunch, but I don't really learn their names. I don't think. We talk about the Hellmouth, and Wood gives her this emergency kit. He says,
Set up in Restless, by the way.
"Oh,
We first see this bag foreshadowed in Restless. Buffy reaches into it, and all there is mud in it. And she rubs the mud on her face in one
wow,
of the dreams.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember that part." But
Hmm.
that's why Daniel's here to remind me of all the Easter eggs. But that was cool, and it was for his mom's. So I guess we should say that
Yeah, Nikki Wood.
Nikki Wood. That's cool. And we go to Buffy's house. Andrew's there. We're like showing Wood around Buffy's house. He's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And she says, "He's our what you
We
call him?"
first get a Doctor Strangelove reference when he first
Oh, I haven't
walks
seen that
in.
one. What was the
Oh,
reference?
really? You've never seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah. When he says the thing like he's gonna see the big board.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't get it.
That's from Doctor Strangelove.
No, I just saw the
Or or
uh,
How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why you can call it. Does anyone ever call it just that?
How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the
Because it's
Bomb.
or.
I'm gonna
I've
start.
never heard anyone just say that.
I think that's a great idea. We should start.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah,
No one's ever gone with
we
that
should
bit.
call it How I Learned to Start Worrying and Love the Bomb, or Doctor Strangelove if you prefer.
I really like that.
Hmm.
That'll be a new bit. I gotta watch it first though, so I
Yeah,
understand. I think that might be the one. No, I haven't seen Spartacus. Is that Kubrick?
yeah, that's good.
And Lolita? Isn't that Kubrick? I think I had
Yeah,
those three.
yeah.
We get Maggot. We go to back to the backyard where the training is taking place. I like that. I like all the big camera moves. We like bring out some cranes in this episode.
I don't like. Well, yeah. Doug Petrie, he likes that shit. I don't like that Kennedy is in charge of the training. I
Who
feel
else
like
would it
it.
be?
Well, it should ideally be like Giles or Buffy, but
Where
like,
is Giles? That was my
yeah,
question.
he was off somewhere this week. But I maybe picking up a potential somewhere. But
Should have said that. They did so
I
well that other episode setting it up.
I feel like he he's like all of a sudden like she's eating Willow's puss and now she gets to be in charge of the other potential slayers.
I think that's why she's in charge because of the nepotism. Because
And
of
I agree. She's a nepo baby.
she is a little bit. I didn't think about that. Where was Chow Ann, by the way?
She was around.
Okay. I thought maybe she was with Giles or something.
No, we saw her. We saw Molly. We saw Amanda. We saw Rona.
We didn't see the Vi, did we? Or maybe oh, I think we did. Maybe we
I
saw
think
her.
we did real briefly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I noticed Rona though. But Kennedy calls Chloe a
I'm
maggot.
not surprised you noticed Rona as she is the one black character in the group.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Mhm.
Oh, a maggot. You think that's what pushed her over the edge to kill herself?
Yes.
The maggot part? That was pretty rough. And Kennedy is like, I love my job. I get to call them all maggots and push them to suicide. That's my favorite part.
Jerk.
And then Willow comes outside with weapons and she's like, oh, Wood. Oh, sorry. And he said, I heard you've been experimenting with magic. And she's like,
Mm.
oh yeah, not with girls, magic. Yeah. And then we go to the basement.
Oh
And
my God, I was just watching. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of the final season of 911 Lone Star right now,
yeah,
and you know who turned up was Wood.
really,
Yeah, it was
DB
exciting to
Woodside.
DB Woodside. And he was in a relationship with Gina Torres, who was one of the stars of Firefly and will show up later this season on Angel.
Mm.
So that was very exciting. It was like a real Joss crossover, and then a Joss over. And I remember, the 911 shows. The head writer is Tim Minear, and I was like, oh, that's probably why.
It's movies and TV takes on a whole new thing when you like know all the
I know.
people because you're not just watching the show, you're like getting a kick out of all that stuff too. So
Hmm.
much more fun.
I agree.
Uh, Spike tells Anya we go like we're catching back up on what happened with the Hoffrans guy, and Spike says, "Hey, I beat him off for you." And Wood like takes a moment like, "Hey, what?"
Well, so
And
does Spike. Spike is like, I probably should have said fended him off or something.
yeah, now they
Yeah.
would say no homo. You would say no
Yeah.
homo.
Yeah.
Well, now I think there's a new thing. People say pause instead of saying no
Yeah.
homo.
Really?
They just say
I have heard that,
they
I
just say
guess.
pause.
Pause.
So now, Spike, Wood's like, "Are you really a good guy, Spike? You might be a bad guy." He's like, "No, like my soul. That was like a big deal for me, or whatever." And then we walk in, and Chloe, she's hanging.
Yeah.
Everyone's
She's
like
hanging.
real nonchalant about it. Buffy's just like, "All right, gotta go cut her down,
Well, I
everybody."
think that's what like I think Buffy's trying to stop them from being emotional about it by saying like she was dumb. You guys can't do that shit.
I liked that. I thought that was pretty cool from Buffy.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
I
gonna have
did
to
too.
just cut you down next too if you guys are just gonna. And it's like they're winning because I have all this power and I'm spending my time doing this rather than important stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I liked that. And we Kennedy says, "Oh, she's like Willow. You're stronger than Buffy. Why are we even listening to Buffy when Willow is way stronger than you?" I thought that was crazy. And then Buffy gives another speech. We go into the next episodes really when we get into like Buffy's always giving speeches on this show.
Yeah.
Um, Something about Spike leaves and Buffy says, "If I want to get weepy or wailed on, I'll give you a call." I don't know. That really hit
Sorry.
him. That
Sorry, I'm
upset him.
responding to a work text. I'm
Oh,
still
that's
getting
okay.
them, even though I'm in fucking New York. All
God
right.
damn, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Don't they
go
know?
on.
We the emergency kit. These things called shadow casters. That's pretty cool. We like turn the lights off and play with shadows, and it tells us all about the first.
Yeah,
I didn't really,
puppets.
yeah, I didn't really write much of it down. There's a girl chained to the earth. We need an
It is cool
exchange.
looking. Like when I think of this episode, this is the part I always remember.
I don't know if I'll remember anything by the title of it. I'll always be like, what was that episode again?
No, because I always remember it's the Doug Petrie one, and I like you tell me get it done because it's such a late episode. Like so it's significant in my mind. I'll remember that thing and the stuff where she's talking to the Shadow Men. That's really it.
I mean, those are memorable, but I just won't think of it with the title. I don't think.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I wish it was called something else. Call it Shadow Men.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
And we get the big portal opens up, and then Buffy goes in, and a demon comes out, and then we go to a commercial, and then we fight the thing, and then Spike says, "This is what I do best," and then he gets thrown through a ceiling. Is it Kennedy that's like, "Is that what he does best? Get thrown through
Yeah.
ceilings?" I enjoyed that part. And Buffy's walking through the desert,
Kennedy,
and
ease up. Just because you're eating that Willow pussy doesn't mean you get to all of a sudden make fun of all the big boys.
I think it does.
Mm.
She's feeling like untouchable at the moment. But Buffy, she like what happens is she wanders upon these locals, but she understands what they're saying, and she's like, "What the heck? Why do I
Yeah.
understand what you guys are saying?" And they say the Hellmouth's last guardian, and she's like, "You guys mean the latest, surely?" And they're like, "No, last.
Yeah.
It's all done after you." And then they knock
So
her out. That was
this
cool.
is like the nascent Watchers Council, like the
Mm,
original Watchers
right.
Council, basically. These like Swahili dudes that like took a demonic power and sort of forced it into a girl that was like tied up. Like,
Yeah.
like the act of creating the Slayer, it was something of like a rape, which I feel like Buffy has always sort of sensed, like the idea of being chosen. Like she never felt like she was gifted that power. Like she felt like it was forced upon her and made her change her entire life. And that's
Yeah.
sort of what you're seeing here. It's been that way since the very first Slayer.
Yeah, she says like she it is like a rape thing. She didn't consent to being the first Slayer. You guys forced it upon
Mm-hmm.
her. It's pretty tough. But I always took it as a good thing. Like you left your old bad life to become the Slayer. It's pretty cool.
No, you left your old normal life where you had opportunities and chances to be forced to do this one thing that's probably going to give you an incredibly untimely death.
I'd be the Slayer.
I know you would, Logan.
You wouldn't? Someone came to you and was like, "It's your destiny. You gotta leave your old life and become the Slayer."
No, I mean I would, but I wouldn't be happy about it. I don't like when people tell me I have to go out to dinner tonight. I I I don't want to do anything.
No, but it's like your duty. No,
No,
it's bigger than yourself. I don't
I
know.
don't want duties.
Oh, It's fine. We oh, Spike is about to leave, but then he said there's something that I need. We learn later that's like his leather trench coat that he's always wearing.
Right.
Willow.
Which, by the way, was owned by, he took off the dead body of Principal Wood's mom. So when
Oh my
he
goodness.
walks by Wood wearing that jacket, and he's like, "Where'd you get that?"
I didn't catch that, but you're totally
Yeah.
right.
Mm,
I feel like that's just a bad job. I mean, I feel like they completely set that up, and
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't get that. There's a part where Willow is doing magic and she like knocks out a few people, Kennedy and somebody else. And then at the end of the episode, Kennedy is like, "Hey Willow, you like knock." She's like upset about that, whatever.
Mm,
I thought this was shot cool. Buffy wakes up, she's like chained to the earth, all that stuff underground. I don't know what
yeah.
they were doing with like the colors, but it was pretty cool. And then Spike comes up with the coat. I didn't even notice any of that stuff. Oh yeah, I did because I wrote. He says he got it in New York. So he says, "Where'd you get that?" And he says, "New York." I completely forgot that he got it
Mm-hmm.
from the mom. And then we kill the bad guys, whatever. But Buffy says, "Tell me something I don't know." And then whoever that guy is like, "Okay," and tells her something crazy. Do we still don't know what that is?
I don't remember.
Because he tells her something she doesn't know, and then she shows up to Willow like, "Hey, I know some crazy shit." And then oh, this is when we cut down to the underground, and it's like all those CGI
Yeah, yeah. So
vampires.
so the idea is like you were asking me last week when you see like his arm come up, you're like, I thought we killed that guy. How did he get back
Yeah,
down
I asked if
there?
he was gonna come with one arm next time.
Right, right. And I was like, no, that I can't tell you. And the reason I can't tell you is because there's like a whole army of
They
those
just send
fucking
another
things
one up.
down there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Was
Mm.
that? But I wondered like, was that what she learned when she said, "Tell me something I don't
Yeah,
know,"
I wondered that myself, and honestly, I don't remember the
or was
answer
that
to
just a
that.
reveal to us? I don't know.
Yeah.
But pretty cool. Not the greatest
No,
episode.
I think that is what she learned. I'm pretty sure like that's knowledge amongst the Scooby Gang starting next episode.
Okay, I'm glad because that'd be tough to defend if you don't know to the
Yeah.
million. But pretty good
Um.
episode.
Yeah, it's okay. Not one of my favorites. I kind of think of it in the same way as I do like the other move along the story episodes from the season, like Sleeper and Bring on the Night and those kinds of ones.
I think
Never Leave
according
Me.
to my list, I have it under all those other ones. I had The Killer in Me last previously. I put this 119 between Seeing Red and Reptile Boy.
Wow. Seeing Red's low. Um, I want.
I sort of like all the ones above it though.
Where do I have Never Leave Me?
Um, 110 between Listening to Fear and Flooded.
Listening to Fear and Flooded. I like it there. Just pop it between Flooded and Never Leave Me.
So your new 111.
Yeah.
I like it. Charlie had it a little over there.
Yeah.
MVP, LVP. It's probably like
Um,
a two or three. I don't know.
LVP Kennedy. Fuck off. Um,
I sort of like the acting. Sure.
this is not a problem I have with the actress. I think she's perfectly fine. But you're you're annoying the shit out of me, bro.
Yeah, fair.
All right, my MVP. Yeah, what if I'm
What?
gonna go with Wood. I thought he was really good this week.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go Molly for the LVP because I don't even remember her in this episode.
Good.
Yeah. Where's my girl at?
That's your girl.
That's not my girl, is it?
Yes, it is. Who do you think Molly is?
I don't know. I just don't remember seeing her. Oh, that sucks. I don't even remember hearing her.
I remember hearing her.
Well, I'll stick with it. Sorry, Molly. I
All
remember her in
right.
the previously on. I was like, oh, we're gonna get some Molly action, and then we didn't even get it.
My theory is Joss Whedon was getting some Molly action all
Oh,
season.
good job. Good job.
Yeah.